G'day again, hypnotherapist. Thanks for having me in your newsfeed. So if you're a professional hypnotherapist looking to grow your business, and if you're still having issues with it, it seems to just come down to two things. Either one, your heart's broken, or number two is that your web page is broken. So the heart is where people have found they've done their best and they've had so much trouble with it that they just literally don't know where to go next. This is where they'll go I'm sick of working on it, or whatever it is that they say. But their heart feels like that their head's not going to fix this problem. Their heart is basically they've given up, they've been hurt, they've been broke, they've been sick, they've been poor, whatever it is. And it's hard, it's really, really hard. Where in case, if that's perhaps who you are, that's when you just need to rest and sort of work on yourself, give yourself self-love. But another issue you could have on your marketing for hypnotherapy is that, either ugly web pages or confusing messages. So either, if you find that it's an intellectual issue that's holding you back, make sure that your marketing message is super clean and clear so that people understand you, and stop just putting out stuff that kind of talks from your point of view, talk from their point of view. So don't sell hypnotherapy, sell problems and solutions to those problems, and then hypnotherapy is just the tool that you use. But on the other hand, if it's the heartfelt stuff, as in you just find that everything's really hard and you just don't know where to go because you're just tired and exhausted all the time, it's a different issue from your web page not working. It's basically that whether it's broke, poor or tired or whatever it is, what you need is that you need to make sure that you're looking after you, that you're giving yourself self-love and you're taking breaks. And so it's either it's the physical stuff web page or whatever it is, or it's the other side, it's your health, look after yourself and take a break and then come back to it strong again, because you're going to need strength and you're going to need energy, because it's a very energetic industry. So if you want to help people with hypnotherapy, you need to make sure that you're well enough as a practitioner that you can help them, but you can also then think through well, how do I fix my web page? How do I fix my business structure? How do I make sure that I'm advertising myself well? That you need energy, you need sleep, you need rest, you need self-love. You need to do that heartfelt stuff, get out of your head and into your body and actually feel your own health again. If that makes sense. And so if you're then someone who's then wanting to know, well then how do I fix these things? Say I'm in the comments section and I'll give you a link to my ebook, the 20 rules of phone numbers and sales, because it's just a very simple concept to fix this stuff that you need, basically in your business. You need to get phone numbers, you need to get leads, and you need to get sales. And I've got the ebook there, just say I'm in the comment section, and I'll basically just give you a copy of that. Because there's a lot of stuff in it that's just helped a lot of people. Hi, Justin. Hi, Kylie. Thanks for joining me. And so that either it's the intellectual kind of structure stuff that can be letting you down and you need to fix it, and that's why I've got the ebook for that. Or it's the heartfelt stuff where you just need to take a break. And so I'd love to hear from you, which one is it that you feel is probably letting you down the most? Is it your own personal energy and mindset? Where you just feel everything's exhausting. I don't want to talk to clients. I don't want to go near the computer. I don't want to go near the business. I don't want to go near the bank account. Is it that side where you pretty much need to kind of dedicate some time to you, to taking a rest? Or is it the other side where you go, you know what, I feel pretty good about everything, I feel pretty pumped, but also I think that the structures aren't working because I haven't quite got the message or the marketing or the web page or the technology side right. Which do you feel that you need to focus on more? Because if you make a decision between those two right now as to which one are you going to work on, it's going to be a massive hint for you as to well, where should you be spending your time today? Should you be sleeping, resting, and just getting away from everyone, getting into nature? Or should you be hustling and basically thinking through the marketing message and say, hang on, is this how will the other person read this web page? If you just put out something that just says free health guide or something that just says free anxiety guide or whatever, that's not a very good message because it's not really unpacked, versus headlines that sell so well of things 3 easy steps to achieving better sleep even without sleeping tablets. So something that's specific, and that's something that really helps. Or web page design that really sells really well is nice, clear and simple. Instead of having all the everything on it, instead of having all this branding and menuing and blah, 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 need to get marketing. Absolutely. So if you want, I'll give you the ebook called The 20 Rules of Phone Numbers and Sales. Just say I'm in, and I'll give you the link to that, because it's something that it is so simple, it's completely dead simple, the marketing, is that people are still putting out a message that says, buy my stuff, and it's not what the client needs to hear before they're your client to make a decision to come and see you. If anything, pick a problem that they're suffering from and advertise to them help for that problem, and then whether it's hypnotherapy or NLP or coaching, whatever it is that you're using as the fix, don't advertise your modality. Advertise the problem that they're suffering from, have a program, like whether it's the 2 sessions or 50 sessions, however many you pick. So 8 sessions is a really, really good amount of sessions. Cool, I'll send it to you. But let me know if this resonates with you, this information. Have a program that's something at least like the $200 per session. Have 8 sessions of hypnotherapy or whatever your modality can be. And then as you advertise it, don't advertise, come buy my hypnosis, because that's not what people are reading, because it's far too generic. Hey Ben, thanks for joining. It's far too generic. So instead, what problem do you fix for people, and how can you unpack that problem so that you can come up with a brilliant headline, which is either a cold lead where you get more leads, but they're colder, where you offer, like, whether it's an ebook, and then they then come into your funnel, or a hotter lead where you advertise, basically make an appointment to sleep better, fix your relationship, lose weight, whatever it is. What's the problem that you fix? So when you're super clear on what the problem is that you fix, like as an example, here's a story that I like to talk about. If you were stuck in the woods with no chance of rescue, I'm just going to keep moving because I like to kind of walk a bit. If you were stuck in the woods with no chance, thanks for the thumbs up. If you were stuck in the woods with no chance of rescue, what kind of car would you like me to show up with? The answer should not be like, oh, a yellow one, because that's not the point. But the idea would be, when can you get here? Can you just come and rescue me from the woods? So stop talking about like that it should be a yellow or a blue car that you rescue me in the woods with. Instead, just talk about them being stranded in the woods. So can you tell me, like, what's your niche? As in, what's the circumstance? Not like what's their age, gender, skin color, where do they live, all that kind of geographics and psychographics that people talk about. But what are they suffering from? Hey Roz, how you going? What are they suffering from? And can you talk about that problem a little bit more? What is it that they're suffering from? So is it anxiety? Is it that they want to lose kilos? Is it that they want to get to sleep at night? Is it that they want to improve their marriage? Is it that they want to quit smoking? Because they're all very, very tangible things that you can advertise. But what you can't advertise is just like a big sign that says, here's hypnosis, come buy some. Does that make sense, guys? I'd love to hear, just like, does it make sense that no one's going to respond to a Facebook ad or a Google ad or a YouTube ad, whatever you use, or a big sign at a fish and chip shop where you just put out big, flyers that just say, buy some hypnosis from me? Because that's not the stuff that people are actually looking to achieve. They're not looking to say, like, they're not sad because they don't have a hypnotherapist in their life. They're sad because they have a problem. And if you can spend more time talking about their problem and less time talking about how you fix it, then you'll be attractive in the marketplace. You'll actually get more and more people to come and interact with you because you've talked about the problem that's actually upsetting them. But that's it for now. I just wanted to, even if it's like not right now, but I'd love to hear you say, what is the actual issue that you help people to fix? And if the marketing is really not the stuff that you're suffering from, if it's basically that just energetically that you just feel flat, that you're just feeling that you're in a state where you can't really sort of show up at the moment, then I'd really like you instead just to literally just work on yourself. Take a break, sleep, play, whatever it is that you have to do. Because stuff like money is a flux. Like, money is such a strange thing, is that it's not like the way people imagine that money is kind of like this big scarce thing. There's so much of it, but you can't have any when you're in a state that doesn't allow it to flow in. That you can have the money more so when you're not as desperate for it. What's weird is that the times when money will flow to you the best is like when you like literally don't need it. And the times where money is the hardest to get is when you're so desperate for it that it's almost like you're scaring it away. Think about like money like dating somebody. Desperation is ugly. So that's where you don't want to be desperate for stuff. You want to stop, slow down, work on yourself, make yourself feel good, make yourself healthy, rest well, hydrate, don't drink too much, don't be smoking, don't do all those things that basically make you unwell, and have positive relationships in your life. So make sure that you're working on yourself. But on the other side, when it comes to actually when you're ready to like get out there and smash those goals, that's when you again want to stop, slow down, and think through, how would I message myself so that others want to come and pay me for what I do? And that's not through pushing your modality. Don't say, I'm a hypnotherapist. Instead, what's the problem that they are suffering from, and how can you describe it in a headline? So the headline might say, quit smoking today. That's not the same as saying, come and get some hypnosis today. Anyway, say I'm in if you want the ebook called The 20 Rules of Phone Numbers and Sales. I'll get that to you straight away. So Kylie, yep, I'll get that to you. Anyway, thank you again for watching. It's awesome to have these chats with you guys because I love to reach out. I love to hear what you think. Talk to you soon.